NBA All-Star Game is going through some changes. The NBA's new 4-team tournament-style format for the 2025 All-Star Game is expected to have 2 semifinal games played up to 40 points. Interesting. With the winners advancing to the final matchup up to 25 points, sources told ESPN. The NBA is introducing a first-of-its-kind event resembling high-stakes pickup games. Sources told ESPN the league will feature 3 All-Star teams of 8 players each, along with the winner of the Rising Stars game battling it out for All-Star Game supremacy. Do I have Big Perk here?
Oh, my goodness.
Big Perk, this is a lot for me to follow, by the way. I know, I'm coming to you. I'm just thinking about what I was just reading, and it's a lot's happening. S.A., do you like the new All-Star Game changes?
I hate it. It's a complete waste of time. I abhor it. I think it's an insult and it's a disgrace to pioneers who have helped elevate the NBA product to what it is. I think it's a blemish on NBA players. I personally have no interest in even being there, and I never speak against the NBA this way. I'm not where I am in my life if it were not for the NBA. The NBA has done wonders for me, and I don't blame the league office for this at all. Kendrick Perkins, Shannon Sharpe, you know, y'all are both former professional players. Y'all know what I'm about to say. This is on the players, man. You know, and I've said this on 1,000 occasions, and I've said this on 1,000 occasions, and I'll say it again. This is the ultimate indictment against the NBA players. They play harder practicing in the summer league. Now, what possible excuse could you have for playing harder practicing amongst yourselves in the summer league than you are in an exhibition game where stars descend from all over the country, if not all over the world, to come and watch you play in an exhibition? No, you don't have to go at each other like you do in the regular season. You don't have to go at each other like you do in the playoffs. But you could show some semblance of effort. They don't do it. When they changed the format and had, you know, like a Team LeBron versus a Team Steph or somebody. Remember in 2018 when the Team LeBron won like 148, 145, and LeBron put on the show score with a left hook in the lane for him and KD trapped Steph. You saw the energy, the adrenaline, and all of that other stuff. They cared, and everybody applauded them. And what did they do? They went about the business of rewarding the fans after that by basically, figuratively speaking, giving them the finger. They haven't given a damn about the NBA All-Star. And Adam Silver and the NBA league office has tried everything, conversations with everybody and their grandmother about modifying this because he has spoken out against it. Former players have spoken out against it. Hall of Famers have spoken out against it. Hell, Chris Paul was the executive director of the president rather, of the Players Association. And when he was there in that position, he spoke out against it. It's embarrassing. And the fact that they have to go through this just to gain interest is the ultimate indictment against players who are paid generational money, and you can't show up for an all-star game to show a modicum of effort. It's a disgrace. It really is.
Stephen, I don't disagree with one thing that you said. Is it asking too much for you guys to show a little interest? I remember having the same conversation. They did the same thing with the Pro Bowl. And I said eventually the owners and the commissioner is going to get tired of this. You can't play two-hand touch. It's tackle football. And what did they do, Stephen A? They cut it out, and now they have a skills challenge. At some point in time, it's not asking you guys to play a little hard, with a little effort. I'm not saying you got to play like it's Game 7. Hell, I'm not even saying you got to play like it's Summer League. But you got to give us more than this. 200 points in an NBA game when everything is a three or dunk. Ain't nobody trying to do anything else other than shoot a three or dunk the basketball. It's embarrassing. And if you're a current player that went to the All-Star game within the last 5 years, this is on you. I'm talking about if you played in the All-Star game within the last 5 years, this is on you because this happened on your watch. Nobody showed to see no 3-8 no 3-8 players split up and do it. Come on, man. Y'all doing too much. Come on, players, damn it.
The problem with the league, and Adam Silver, in my opinion, is the best commissioner in sports. If anybody feel otherwise, we could debate that for another day. He has done everything in his power to make guys compete. Right? You think about over the past 5 seasons, the problem is this. Let me say this. This generation of players, are spoiled and soft, okay? Adam Silver in the NBA has put in the in-season tournament, they put in the play-in tournament, and now they're reconstructing the All-Star game, right? Because guys are not competing. And it is an indictment on all the players. It has nothing to do with the people that's in the front office at the NBA and Adam Silver. When you think about just this season alone, I done heard Jay Kidd call his players out early in the season in the press conference for not competing. I done heard J.J. Redick, he just called the Lakers out, said the spirit was there, the lack to compete was there. I done heard so many coaches call their players out about competing that it's a damn shame. So when you hear former players complaining, it's because they're disrespecting the former players that laid it out for the guys today to be getting paid $30, $40, $50, $60 million, and they're not doing what they're supposed to do so the next generation could get paid those type of dollars. This is why fans don't want to watch the NBA, because they know guys are not going to compete. One more thing. It's another thing why they got rules in place. 65 games you have to play in order to qualify for certain
MVP.
Yeah,
certain
you're
awards,
right. Why
all
do you have
MVP,
that?
all
Because
NBA.
guys are sitting out. It's a
Hey, guys.
problem, man. Guys are soft and spoiled.
Let me take it a step further. First of all, I don't disagree with what you're saying, Big Perk, but I'm going to crystallize it even better. So, like you brought up, there were people who came before them that paved the way. We see the money that they're getting paid. You both remember former Commissioner David Stern, God rest his soul. What was one of the things he was targeting? Limiting the amount of guaranteed years. Remember, once upon a time, you could get 9, 10-year deal. Then it trickled down to 6 to 7 years. And now where's it at? 4 to 5 years, right? Because the less amount of years of those guaranteed dollars, the less you could take advantage in terms of take the game for granted. Here's the problem. You got cats signing contracts right now, and they literally go out, have some dinner at Maestro's or something like that, y'all, and the next thing they're doing is plotting for their next contract, as opposed to honoring the contract that they're presently under. And so what happens is that I'm not in any way trying to imply that guys are going out there on a night-in, night-out basis and not giving effort. What I'm saying is too many business decisions are being made and not enough basketball decisions are being made. You and I know there is no excuse for you to play hard in the summer league, practicing and training for the upcoming season harder than you play in a damn exhibition game. And that's why my suggestion is not this nonsense that they're talking about. I want players from the USA to go up against players from Europe. I know there's not enough European big-time stars. I get that part. But we know they're going to care. Because guess what? Their patriotism, where they come from, and their fan base, it will demand that they care. And they will go out and they will put effort. And if you don't match their effort, you will be shamed here in this country, because we know what effort the European players are going to bring. It's a damn shame that I got to sit here on national television and say it, but it is factually correct. Cats have cashed their money, and they've basically given the fans the middle finger during All-Star Weekend. And I have no desire to be there.
I hate to cut this short because I got a lot of follow-up questions, especially when I hear words like soft and spoiled. But to be continued another day.
I wanna try to boast at what I look like. Keep them down, try to wear, I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA over here,